Welcome to Yoga Lady. So for this session today we're going to start lying down, and if you have some kind of strap or belt handy, that would be good. A scarf or a dressing gown belt will do, or a yoga strap, and just have it next to you. And you might also want a cushion or a yoga block to sit on. So come to lying down on your back. And just let your feet fall out to the sides of the mat. Let the palms face up to the sky. Lengthen the back of your neck. You just might move your head from side to side. And then release the jaw. Soften the forehead. Feel your body heavy and relaxed on the ground. And then bring your awareness to your breath. Become aware of the sensation of breath as it moves in and out through the nose. So as you inhale, there's a sense of expanding. And as you exhale, the navel draws towards the spine, and there's a sense of release and of letting go. And now start to bring the breath all the way down into your fingertips and your toes, and bring a bit of movement into your hands and your feet. Spread out the webs between the fingers and the toes. Stretch out the legs, stretch out the arms. You might reach your arms up and over your head and interlace the fingers, turn the palms away, and then stretch through the whole midline of your body. Release the arms, bring your knees in towards your chest, and then bring the hands onto the knees and start to circle your knees around your hips. So just feeling into your hip joints and massaging the lower back. And then reaching the arms and the legs up, excuse me, towards the ceiling and circling through the ankles and circling through the wrists. Good, and then from here just shaking out arms and legs. Give them a nice little shake out. And let's bring the soles of the feet flat down onto the ground. So now we're going to hug the right knee in towards the chest and bring the hands around the shin and then slide the left leg away. If you've got any lower back issues, just keep that left leg bent. You don't have to slide it away. And then take your belt and bring it around the ball of your right foot and extend the right leg up. Soften the shoulders down. Press your foot into the belt. And then draw the leg in towards you at the same time. So you can always have a little bend in the knee, or you can have the leg extended. You're spreading out the skin on the sole of the foot and then drawing the leg in towards you. I'm just looking for a nice stretch up the back of the leg, particularly into the Achilles tendon and the calf muscle and the hamstrings. Good, and then from here, take both sides of the belt into your right hand and bring your left hand to the top of the left thigh and just hold your left buttock down to the ground as you draw your right leg over to the right and turn to look to the left. Stay with your breath, keep it nice and steady, calm and rhythmic, and then really lengthen that right inner thigh. Good, and then inhale the right leg back through to centre. Just draw the leg a little bit closer in towards you. And then bend the knee, move the belt, hug the knee in towards the chest again. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee and then draw the right knee over to the left. Softening the right shoulder down to the ground and turning to look out over the right arm. Good, and then inhale back through to centre. Let's bring the right foot flat down onto the ground and then lift up the left leg. Bring the hands around the shin, hug your left knee in towards you. So either you can stay on the sole of your right foot or you can slide the right leg away as you take your belt around the ball of your left foot and extend the left leg up. So you're pushing the foot into the belt and drawing the shoulders down. The arms are straight. Good, and then from here, taking both sides of the belt into your left hand and bringing the right hand to the top of the right thigh and then drawing that left leg over to the left and turning to look to the right. Lengthening that left inner thigh. Pressing the right heel down or right foot down. And then inhaling back through to center. Draw the leg a little bit closer in towards you. And then bend the knee, move the belts. Hug that left knee in towards the chest. Take right hand to the outside of the left knee and draw your left knee over to the right, softening left shoulder down to the ground, turning to look out over the left arm. Softening the tongue, the jaw, the throat. And then inhaling back through to center. And let's bring both feet flat down onto the ground now. Bring the palms onto the ground, palms face down. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, press down into your feet, lift up the tailbone, start to lift up through the spine and reach your arms up and over your head so that you come to lying on the shoulders. Don't let the knees come too wide. Press down into the feet and then think about drawing the knees away from the body and the chest towards the chin. Lifting up your pelvis by slightly engaging your glutes and pressing down evenly into all four corners of the feet. Deep breath in here, and then as you breathe out, slowly lower down. Let the arms come down at the same time. And then just take a moment here, resting down onto your back. And then we're going to come up to sitting. So either you can rock and roll along your spine and come up, or you can roll onto one side. It's completely up to you. So you could bend the knees in, bring the hands to the backs of the thighs and rock and roll, or roll onto one side. And we'll come to sitting comfortably in Sukhasana. You might want to sit onto a cushion now. Snuggle the sit bones down to the ground, lengthen up to the crown of the head. Let's lift the shoulders up to the ears and then roll them back and down. You can do that a couple more times. So you're inhaling the shoulders up, exhaling back and down. This is Shimmy the cat, by the way. She likes to join in the yoga sessions. Inhale the shoulders up, exhale them back and down. And then bring the hands together, joining up the right and the left hand side of the body and the brain. And just notice the points of connection between your hands and draw the thumbs in towards the breastbone. Bring awareness to your breath, breathing into your heart space and breathing out completely. Breathing into the back of the heart and breathing out. And then breathing into the space around the heart and breathing out. Inhaling the arms up. As you exhale, take your elbows wide, spread fingers, glide shoulder blades down the back. Bring the hands back to the heart, breathing in and then breathing out. Bringing the hands back together, breathing in. As you breathe out, circle through your wrists and bring that movement into your elbow joints. And then bring your hands onto your shoulders, thumbs back, fingers forward and circle the shoulders. Inhaling elbows forward and up. Exhaling back and down. Inhaling forwards and up. Exhaling back and down. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, let's do one more. Inhalation up. Exhalation back and down. And then just bring your hands down to the ground. Lightly touch the fingertips down and start to slide your right hand away as you reach up with your left arm and slightly turn the chest. So you're really opening up the left side of the body and then coming back through to center and bringing the left hands down and reaching up with the right arm. Come back through to center, right hands down, left arm up. And then left hands down and right arm up. Beautiful. Come back through to center. Let's bring the hands on the knees. Take some Sufi circles. So you're circling one way and then the other way. Moving in time with your breath. And then coming back through to center and bringing your right hand onto your left knee and your left hands behind you. Inhale as you lengthen upwards. Exhale as you spiral over to the left. So you don't have to twist too much. And if you've got any lower back issues, just work more into the upper back and keep the lower back just kind of really stable. Good, and then come back through to centre and bring left hand to right knee and right hands behind you. Inhale as you lengthen upwards, and then exhale as you turn. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to turn. Good, and then come back through to centre, and let's bring the fingertips down to the ground and take a forward fold here. So keep your sit bones grounding, and then just start to walk your fingertips forward, allowing gravity combined with breath to take you deeper into the forward fold. So just exploring your edge. Good. And then walking the hands gently in towards you. And from here we'll make our way onto all fours, spreading fingers nice and wide. Bring the knees under the hips. You can tuck the toes under. Inhale as you swoop your body forwards, and then exhale, coming back. So you're stretching the soles of the feet. Inhaling forwards, and then exhaling back. Inhale forwards, and exhale back, and then sit back onto your heels. If that's not comfortable, you can always sit onto the front of the feet instead, if it feels like your toes are going to snap off. And then bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, push the hands away, reach the arms up. So you're rooting the sacrum down and lightly drawing the navel back and opening the armpits nice and wide, pressing fingers into the backs of the hands. Good, and then releasing the arms. And bringing the hands down onto the ground. Come onto the front of your feet. And then walk the hands in towards you and lift up your knees. So we're stretching out the ankles here. And then come onto the shins. Bring the hands back down onto the ground. Coming onto your all fours, and then shake out your feet. Let's start to circle shoulders around wrists, hips around knees. Nice fluid movements, moving in time with your breath. Pressing down into the roots of the fingers. Feeling into the hip and shoulder joints. Good, and then going the other way. And then coming back through to centre. As you breathe in, lift your heart, lift your tailbone, look forward, you're extending the spine. As you breathe out, draw the navel back, drop the chin to the chest, arch back. Inhale to the extension. Exhale, arching back. Inhaling and exhaling. And then come back through to centre and pad your hands forward as much as you can, and then bring your forehead towards the ground. So now we're going to keep pressing into the left hand and bring the right arm under the left. So you come onto your right shoulder and the right hand side of the head, and your bum's still lifted. Stay with your breath. With every exhalation, a sense of release, of letting go. With every inhalation, bringing new life, vitality to the body. Good, and then press down into the left hand, reach the right arm forward. We'll take that to the other side. So we're going to bring the left arm under the right, come onto the left shoulder and the left hand side of the head. Stay with your breath. And then press down into the right hand and reach the left arm forward. And then walk the hands in towards you. Let's take the knees wide now. Bring the big toes together. And then sink your bum onto your heels and walk the arms forward. So we're coming into a child's pose. You might like to come right up onto the fingertips and have the elbows lifted and then melt the heart down to the ground. So you're lengthening through the spine and broadening across the sacrum. And bringing the breath into the back body, into the spaces between the vertebrae, to the back of the heart. Good, and then walking the hands in towards you. And let's come back to kneeling. So you can always bring a cushion onto your calves here. And we'll just stretch out the shoulders a little bit more. So we're going to reach up with the right arm. And then bring the right hand just below the neck, take left arm out to the side, and then bring the left hand onto the right elbow and guide that right hand down a little bit more. So you feel a nice stretch here in the triceps. And then take the right hand onto the left elbow and draw both arms back into the space behind you. Root your sacrum downwards, lightly draw the navel back. Connect to the breath. You're grounding through the shins and then lengthening the spine up out of the pelvis. Let's take the arms wide out to the sides and then reach up with the left arm. Bring the left hand just below the neck. Take the right arm out to the side, bring the right hand onto the left elbow, guide that left hand down a little bit more. And then bring your left hand onto your right elbow and draw both arms back into the space behind you, opening up the armpits nice and wide. Good, and then release the arms. And come onto your hands, come onto your knees, tuck the toes, and then lift up your hips and make your way into down dog. You could come right up onto the balls of your feet and then start to draw one heel down at a time. So you're walking out your dog. Bringing in movement to the shoulders, to the hips. Bringing in any movement that feels good in your body. Your feet are about hip width apart. You're spreading out the webs between the fingers. You might give your head a little shake or a little nod. And then from here, we're going to draw down into the heels and press down into the hands. You don't have to bring the heels down to the ground. You can always have a bend in the knees if your hamstrings are a bit tight. And we're going to raise up the right leg, reach into the heel, and then bring the right knee in towards the chest and step the right foot forward and then come onto the left knee. Sweep the arms up, thumbs back, palms in, and really ground down through your foundation. So you're on your left shin and you're grounding through that right foot. And then let's take the arms wide out to the sides and bring the hands behind the back and interlace the fingers there. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, draw the knuckles down towards the ground. Sink down a little bit more if that feels good, but have a sense of the right heel drawing in towards the left knee to keep the pelvis nice and stable. Good. And then from here, we're going to release the hands, bring both hands down, framing right foot. You can stay on your back knee, or you can tuck your back toes under, pick up the back knee, reach into the back heel, and then reach up with the right arm for a twisted lunge. Inhale as you extend the spine, exhale as you open up a little bit more, drawing that right shoulder back. Deep breath in, exhale, right hand comes down. Raise up your right leg, reach up into the heel, and then place the right foot down. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, left knee to chest. Left foot steps forward, come onto the right knee. Arms sweep up, thumbs back, palms in. Have a sense of pulling your left heel towards your right knee, or the chest away from the pelvis. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, take the arms wide. Bring the hands behind the back, interlace your fingers the unusual way. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, drop the pelvis a little bit more. You're drawing the knuckles down towards the ground, squeezing the shoulder blades in. And then release the hands, bring them down. Plant the right hands down. You can stay on your back knee, or you can tuck the back toes, pick up the back knee, and then reach up with the left arm, turning the chest, turning to look up. Breathing in, and then as you breathe out, left hand comes down. And then raise up your left leg, place the left foot down. Looking towards your feet, have your feet about hip width apart, and then just walk your hands in towards the feet and drop the heels down. Bend your knees a little bit, coming into a forward fold. Let's catch hold of the elbows and bring the thumbs to the inner creases of the elbows, and then just let the weight of your body cascade down over the legs. And maybe start to straighten one leg and then the other, if that feels good, or maybe straighten both legs together. And then from here, press down into your feet, let go of the elbows, and then slowly come up through a spinal roll, coming all the way up to standing so that you arrive in Tadasana, the mountain pose. Just take a moment here, scanning through the body. Feel your feet connecting evenly to the earth. And then feel that beautiful vertical line of energy from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. And turn the palms out, soften the shoulders down. And then connect to your breath. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhaling nose. And exhaling nose. Inhaling nose. Exhaling nose. Let's bring the hands together. Inhale the arms up. As you exhale, fold yourself in half. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale the hands on the shins, lifting the chest. As you exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step right foot and left foot back, coming into a plank pose. So your body's in one lovely long line. And then drop down onto your knees and lower your whole body all the way down to the ground. Slide the arms forward, bring the elbows under the shoulders, forearms are parallel, and then press down into all 10 of your toenails and lengthen from the tips of the toes all the way up to the crown of the head, hugging shoulder blades into the upper back. So it might be that you stay here in this version of Sphinx, or maybe you're going to turn the fingertips out, press down into the hands, and then lift the elbows and come up into a dragon pose. Really lengthening and opening the front side of the body, but don't do that if it doesn't feel good. Breathing deep. Good, and then slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift up the hips, spread your fingers nice and wide, let go of your head. So you're back in down dog pose, and down dog's a reset pose. So just feel into the hands and the feet and feel them evenly on the ground. Really lengthen the spine, open the armpits nice and wide, let go of your head. Good, breathing in, bend the knees, look forward, step right foot and left foot forward. Bring the hands on the shins, lifting chest. Exhale, fold in. Press down into the feet, sweep the arms up, lengthen all the way up, and then bring the hands back to the heart. Just taking a moment here, scanning through the body, noticing sensation in your body, connecting to your breath. And then inhaling the arms up and exhaling, pouring it down. Inhale the hands on the shins, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step right foot and left foot back, plank pose. Come to knees, lower all the way down to the ground. This time we're going to bring the hands under the shoulders, hug the elbows into the sides of the body, line up the fingertips with the tops of the shoulders. Press down into the toes and then have a sense of pulling your hands towards your feet as you lift your heart and chest forward and up. And then exhale down. Take the hands out to the sides. Press down into the tips of your fingers. Inhale up on the fingertips. And then exhale down. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Lift up the hips. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Let go of your head. Let's raise up the right leg, reach into the heel. Bring your right knee in towards your chest and then step your right foot forward. Stay really grounded through your feet as you rise up into a high lunge. Good. Let's hook the thumbs and fan out the fingers. Really reach into that back heel. Keep the right knee exactly over the right heel. Connect to your breath, and as you inhale, start to straighten up that right leg a little bit. And then exhale and bend the knee. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and then exhale. Bring the hands down, frame right foot, step back to plank, drop to knees, lower all the way to the ground. Hands under the shoulders, elbows hugging the sides of the body. Pull the hands towards the feet, lift heart and chest forward and up. And then exhale down. Press down into the hands, tuck the toes, lift up the hips, spreading fingers nice and wide. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, left knee to chest, left foot steps forward, rising up into a high lunge. Thumbs back, palms in. Hook your thumbs and then undo them and hook them up the other way. Fan out the fingers. You could have a little bend in the elbows. Really reach into that back heel. Keep the left knee over the left heel. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale as you start to straighten up that left leg, and then exhale, bend the knee. So you're moving with the breath. Inhaling and then exhaling. Last one, inhale and exhale. And then bring the hands down, frame left foot, step right foot forward, lifting chest. Exhale, fold in, press down into the feet, sweep the arms up, lift the heart, and then bring the hands back to the heart. Just take a moment here, scanning through the body, feeling your feet on the ground, the crown of the head reaching up. So that's the first part, and the second part will follow.